morning everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Miss Lamazon, or should I say Amanda? It's Miss Lamazon Fab Over 40, and I received a request on my previous video with regards to talking about being fabulous over 30. Well, I can't qualify for being fabulous over 30. Well, I can because I am over 30, but I'm actually over 50 now, so I guess I've got 20 years on the whole 30 age group. And I thought I would do a little get ready with me, putting a few minimal products on my face as I discussed what being fabulous over any age should involve. I can't say hand on my heart that it necessarily does, but we'll go into all that. Anyway, the product that I'm going to be discussing is a BB cream by Note Cosmetics. They're online. I will put a link below for anybody that wants to click on it and buy it. This I became aware of because I saw a YouTuber called, I better make sure I pronounce her name correctly, Elena Perkelly. I think that's how she pronounces it. And on YouTube here, she's absolutely stunning, and she recommended this as an excellent product. And you know what, I've had it for a few weeks, and it's I think it's €8 or €9 in the drugstore, 10 at most. I got it for 8. It's on special. Well worth your €8. The BB cream, the color is 01, which is the lightest shade they do. That might be an issue for some of you guys, is finding your color match if you're darker skinned than me or if you're lighter skinned than me. Okay, I'm going to start with my Catrice 10-in-1 primer. Cheap and cheerful. And I'm going to talk about, as my friend on here was asking for, a little discussion on what it's on the fabulous over 30. Well, I think as you age, the aging process takes a very horrific toll in all of us. And I don't care what anybody says, especially for us ladies, because we not only have to contend with getting older, we have to contend with all the hormonal changes that come with aging, as in menopause, which is, I'm sorry, it's a very real part of life, girls, and anybody burying their head up their arse needs to just sort of pluck it down right now, because every female on the face of the planet goes through this. This is not just yours truly here. I'm not the only person in the planet going through the hormonal changes associated with menopause. I'm not the only person in the world on HRT. Every woman on the planet will go through menopause. Okay, I'm putting a little bit of the Note Cosmetics BB cream on the back of my hand. I am going to discuss this and in more detail as we go along. Right, they are the battles that we start to fight, and the changes that I'm discussing start when you're in your 30s. Sorry, girls, I dot this all over my face. It starts when you're in your 30s and your 40s. I mean, perimenopause, as it's known, this thing goes on for anything up to 15 years. In some women, oh fuck, 15 years. Well, I have to say, I've been having symptoms for, and I didn't know what they were, for years, lots of years. And it's only now that when they reach a certain level of horrificness, that as a female you will go to your GP and you will say, listen doc, I feel like an absolute shitbag here. I think it's fucking me hormones are working doodle-doodle-doodle-doo. And if you're lucky and you have a good doctor, they will help you out with a bit of HRT. The girls, I'm saying if you're lucky, but if you go onto the Irish Menopause website, what you will find is that a lot of women aren't lucky. Their GPs don't give a shit about them. They instead of prescribing a treatment for a hormone deficiency, which is what menopause actually is, they prescribe them with an antidepressant, which isn't going to help the problem. That's like, I'm not sure how many diabetics an antidepressant would help if they had no insulin. But however, that's a whole different argument. But those type of hormonal changes, they can begin in your late 30s. So it's a kind of a blocker to being fabulous in 30. You have to have the right attitude. Now, I'll be honest and I will say that the right attitude is developing a sense of your self-confidence and self-belief and blah, blah, blah and all that now. In my 30s, I worked all the way through from when I was a spring chicken all the way through. I've worked all my life. I either worked in England or I worked here from my early 20s on, mid 20s on. I worked here for a company called Hewlett Packard for 20 years. So I have always worked, folks. It's been an important part of my life. And I spent 20 years working for the one company. Nobody's perfect. Wasn't perfect. I'm not going to turn and say that they're the most perfect place in the world. It was a good company to work for, and good people, and you were always busy, which is very much important, I think, for your mental health in your job. I was always busy in there. There was always work to be done, which I have to say was a good thing, because the devil likes idle hands. So it's having something to focus your mind on, so you're not sitting around looking at four walls 24/7. Most important. But I think in your 30s you have to have confidence, self-confidence, and self-confidence comes with on several levels. It's believing in yourself. It's also liking what you see when you look in the mirror, and that sort of thing, and leading a healthy lifestyle. Because I think I fucked up, lads. I'm 50 now, right? And I'll be the first to admit, my self-confidence, not great. I'm carrying around stones upon stones upon stones of extra weight that I really could do with losing. And when I say stones, I mean stones. I'm carrying around a whole person, maybe even two people at this stage. And, I don't care. It does affect your ability to be self-confident if you are carrying around a shocking amount of weight, which I'll be honest, I am. And I hate having it there. And I wish I'd known in my 30s that when you reach your 50s, 40s and 50s, that any excess weight you're carrying when you go into the change, unless you do your best to get rid of it before you go into the level of menopause I'm at, you're going to struggle to get any of it off. In other words, what you enter your 50s with, which I may very well be stuck with, no matter what I do. Now, that's not to say that you won't try to fight the whole situation and to improve things for yourself. Like, I don't want to die of a heart attack. And I mean, I'm morbidly obese, so the chances of that happening are very, very high. And I have high cholesterol, high blood pressure, pre-diabetes, high blood sugar, what they call insulin resistance, pre-diabetes. That's according to the hospital. So advised the last one was in there to lose at least 5 or 6 stone in order to avoid becoming a type 2 diabetic. Well, that's all very good to advise someone lose 5 or 6 stone. Yeah, off you go now and do it. If you stick to a healthy diet, eat healthy, and there's no weight coming off you, and you're left blaming yourself, thinking, oh, what am I doing wrong? You're eating in a calorie deficit. My case, I'm eating in a calorie deficit, doing a low-fat version of keto. The only time I have any fat is my breakfast in the morning. I will have my little bit of my 2 slices of bacon in the morning with my low-cal, low-fat smoothie that I make. All healthy. It's a all healthy keto smoothie. Got the recipe for a collagen smoothie. It's supposed to be very good for your skin as you age as well. That's another thing you have to take into account too, if you want to be fabulous at any age, is skincare. Make sure you look after your skin. Now, my skin is pretty good. I'll be honest, it is pretty good, but I think it's pretty good, and I don't have as much wrinkles as I should have because my face is so fat. I think when I lose the weight, I might actually age a bit more, but I mean, that's the toss. Somebody said online, I was reading it, when you hit your 50s, you choose your face or your body. But I think you can have both once you don't lose too much weight. A little bit of bronzer using my Clinique on my Clean Clarins bronzer, okay? But I think you can have both. Now it's time for brows. Okay, blonde rimmer. Well, I am blonde. I think you can have both, but I just read that article and I said, Jesus, I sort of half worried. So as you age, you have to choose between whether you want a decent body or you want your face to look like a prune. And there has to be a way of having your cake and eating it. If that bitches in Hollywood can do it, why the fuck can't we? Oh, well, admittedly, I can't afford to go to a plastic surgeon. And even if I could, I know I would, there's a couple of things I'd get done, lads. No point saying there isn't. I'd be lying to you all. Now, I've brushed my brows down and I'm actually going over the top of them with a tiny bit here where there's a few gaps. Down along the tail to thicken that up a little. Now, I'm using a blonde brown pencil. I'll take the other lid off this and then I can brush my brows back. And they're in their shape that I like. And then I have a bald patch just here, which I will deal with. And I have a bald patch just here, under them. I got them microbladed many moons ago. And they really need to be topped up, but yeah. I can't see that happening anytime soon. Now that's about as much as I'm. And then I brush the shit out of them just to distribute the colour all the way through. Now I did, when I dyed my hair, my medium brown, put a tiny amount onto my brows to try and lighten them up a bit. And it worked. They are slightly lighter brown than they were. Okay, moving on to eyes. So as I was saying, fabulous over 40. Is it even doable? Yeah, I mean, I'd be lying. I don't. Do I feel fabulous over 50? No. I mean, I think for a lot of women, once the hormones start to change, is when it can really fuck up your lives. Like I see women, I watch documentaries online and whatever else. YouTube is a great man. I see them and they're skinny all their lives and they go through the change. And they start to go through the change in their 30s, some of them younger than that. And suddenly they go from having been a size 8 to 10 all their lives, they're size 18 and 20. And I mean, that has to be hard to cope with, lads. I've never been a skinny person. I've never been thin. I've always had weight. I've always had it. I've always been big. The skinniest I ever was when I got married. And if I am honest, I'm not married anymore. At the time, what I had to do to get that weight off is not, it doesn't qualify as healthy in any universe. I didn't bring a brown eyeshadow with me, so I'm just going to use a bit of my Clarins bronzer. What I had to do to get that weight off was not healthy by any standard. And I wouldn't do it again. Yeah, I'd like to be a size 10 or 12. I would, of course, who wouldn't? But I'm not, and I just have to learn to live with the fact that unless there's a divine intervention, I might not ever be. Now I will continue to look after my little 4-pod baby 3 or 4 times a day. I will continue to lift my kettlebell and do my little arm and upper back. The walking will take care of the muscles in the lower back, lower spine and the legs. If you do over 5k a day, that's enough exercise. That's enough. It's not specific strength training as such, but it is enough that it will take care of your lower back, your lower spine and your legs. Now for the upper part of your body, you have to do something. You can't ignore it. So I have kettlebells in there, I have a kettlebell in there, and I do some exercise with that, specifically designed for the upper part of the spine, the shoulders and the arms. Is it working? Well, no, I don't see a difference, lads. I honestly don't. But that doesn't mean that you just don't do it anymore, because at the end of the day, I don't want a broken hip in a couple of years' time. You know what I mean? Or to be crippled. That is my eyeshadow on, and I'm just going to blend it. Very little makeup going on today. I'm not in the humour of it. Not in the humour of it. I'm not even putting on blusher or highlighter or anything, lads. That's it. I'm not lipstick or lip gloss. No, not bothered. I have a lip balm on and I'm happy out. Now I'll come up a bit closer and let's just look at my finished makeup for the day. Now I'll just brush my hair into a pony because Her Highness is looking to go now. This is 15 minutes long, so, and I've been going on about all sorts of shit that I'm sure. Chloe, I don't know the secret to being fabulous and over 30. I can only tell you at the young age that you girls, some of the girls watching my videos are yourself and the other ladies watching this. Just try to enjoy your life as much as you can. That's it. And try and build confidence and live a healthy lifestyle as much as you can. Because as you age, developing a healthy lifestyle, and if you've been healthy all your life, as I said previously, if you've looked a certain way all your life, when them hormones start to change, everything changes for you. So the healthier you are physically and up here when you approach my age, when you approach your 40s and your 50s, the better for you. You will be fabulous at any age then if you approach those years with the right mindset. Right, that's my hair done. Just a quick pony. Yeah, I did, in case anybody has noticed, I did put a slightly darker colour into it. I just put a toner in. It was white blonde and a bit, and I do have slightly different, it is a bit darker at the back, but you know, I can't help that. I can't see where I'm putting the colour. So I put it as best I can where it can be seen when it's up or down. And if there is some colour, if there are some colour differentiations, well, nobody's hair is all one colour. I see people with highlights, whether it's darker at the back and the highlights come down over and same. So that's just the way it is. Right, I'll put my glasses on and let you see the finished look, my friends. I'm going to spray some perfume. Going to put the dog's little lead on her and bring her down because she is getting very, very agitated now waiting. I'm sorry about the length of this video, guys. 20 minutes is, well, 17 minutes is long for me. But then again, it's not long for me. I hope any little pearls of wisdom I may have imparted might be of help to you younger ladies out there. But if you have any questions or any requests for further videos on any topic raised, please below. Oh, one final note, guys, before I go. The purpose of this video was to discuss this. I've been wearing it for a couple of weeks. It's on me. It's an excellent product, guys. It's €8 down in Mullingar in the Mullingar pharmacy at the moment. $7.99. Well worth your money. It might be dearer elsewhere. Well worth your money. I don't put much of it on. You don't need it. It's a CC cream or a BB cream. You don't need it. I have good skin. I don't need it. But if you need coverage, lots of coverage, then I would suggest, you know, dotting a bit of concealer where you need your concealer. I wouldn't use this for coverage because it's not buildable like a foundation. That's it, my friends. Well worth your money. We'll link this below as well as every other product. And if you have any questions, blah, 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 you know the drill, guys. Take care. God bless. See y'all next time.